I want to say something. A pie, motherfucker.
Leave me alone. Go out west. Give me your phone. Going out west.
All right, so I gotta address the elephant in the room. Happy Monday, everybody. But last night's game. Now, first and foremost, I'm just going on a record real quick and say that I'm not a sports fan. In fact, I have never really been able to play sports. And so to follow sports has always just been a weird concept for me because it's like, all right, well, I don't play sports, so why would I even follow sports? So basketball, football, hockey, golf, tennis, volleyball, all that shit, I don't even watch. But born and raised in the city of Detroit, Michigan. Y'all know that about me. And one thing about Detroit do love the Detroit Lions. Now, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm just going to be completely honest. The Lions have sucked since I've been alive. You know what I mean? Like, I have never seen this team be considered like a winning team the entire time I was in Detroit and the entire time, like, I've honestly been alive. Like, it's always a sad day when my stepfather or my brother would sit back and they'll watch the Lions because you would just hear them just yelling, you know what I mean? Just for this team to fucking lose. But this year has been a good year. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even about to sit here and lie and know this is not me coming from a sports analyst perspective. Ooh, that word had me in a headlock. This is not me coming from a sports analyst perspective. This is just a perspective of somebody that's grown up and just watched a team suck for so long to finally see it become a good team. Win a playoff game. You see what I'm saying? Win a playoff game and continue to moving forward. You know what I mean? Like, we can honestly say, is it a little too close? You know what I mean? To say that the Lions might go to the Super Bowl? You feel me? Is it a little too early for us to say that? Because it's a crazy feeling. So shout out to everybody in Detroit that's been rooting for the Lions since they had sucked and had endured all those years. Shout out to my father, Lionel, because I know for a fact he been going through it watching this team grow. You know what I mean? So big shout out to everybody, especially the Detroit Lions, man. And, you know, when you sit back on that, you know, I hate to be so fucking cliche about this. I really do, dog. Like, I really do. But if the Lions can make a fucking turnaround, you see what I'm saying? Like, if the Detroit Lions, a team that sucked since I've been alive, can make a fucking turnaround, tell me why you can't. You see what I'm saying? Like, tell me why you can't make a change for the better if the Lions can make a fucking change for the better. That's the crazy part right there. You know what I mean? The Lions been sucking since I was a kid. And you telling me that you just still in a hole? You telling me that you can't make a fucking change for the better? You telling me that you can't get your shit together? Come on now. Come on now. If that don't give you some type of inspiration, I don't know what does. I remember when they was talking about the Lions winning a division. The last time the Lions won a division was 1993. I was 3 years old. You feel me? I was 3. I'm still probably shitting in a diaper. And that was the last time that they won a division? Come on. So if you telling me that you can't make a change for the better, right? Like, if you telling me that you can't make a change for the better, then I don't know what to tell you at this point. Because life will give you signs. It will show you ways. It will give you hints. It'll allow you to look on somebody else's paper. But it's up to you to control the things that are within your spectrum of controlling. Now, with that being said, as we sit back and talk about the spectrum of things that we control within our lives, I know that life can be very overwhelming. You know what I mean? I'm tracking. Things happen in life. Shit may not go the way that it plans to be. But I also understand that there are things in your life that you have control of, like you have control of. And I've listed 5 realistic things that you have control of in your life. Number 1, your reaction. I'm going to just be completely transparent with this, but ain't nothing worse than someone that cannot control how they react to things. You know what I mean? Like, you let your emotions just run rampant in any type of situation. Now, for those who don't know, you know what I mean? Like, Any trouble that I've honestly received within the military or within life in general has been a consequence of me not being able to control how I react to things. From the moment that I got NJP'd to the moment that I've had a 6105 to hell to even a fucking speeding ticket or the multiple times that I've been in jail has always been how I've reacted towards things versus how I should have reacted. You know what I mean? Now, trust me, once again, this is not me speaking from my high horse. You know what I mean? Like, this ain't me speaking from my high horse. This your captain from Experience Airlines coming in to tell you that if you do not control how you fucking react, I promise you, people will use your reaction to control you. All right? And I'll say that again. If you don't control how you react to things, people will use your reactions to control you. You think I'm lying? I know somebody right now in the military listening to this episode, and you know just like I know that people will do certain things to you because they know how you're going to react just so they can control you or get you out of the way. They will say things to you just so you can react a certain way because they know exactly how you're going to react. They know exactly what to say to push your buttons, and because they know exactly what to say, can we just stop for a second? Can we really just stop and break that piece down real quick? The power that somebody has when they say that they know exactly how to push your buttons. Can you imagine the amount of control somebody must have over somebody when they know exactly what buttons to push to get a fucking reaction? You see what I'm saying? They might as well just go ahead and take a cable, hook it up to you, treat you like a fucking controller. They controlling you. You know what I mean? They know exactly what to say. They know exactly what to do to get a rise out of you. They know exactly what to say to get you off your A game. They know exactly what to say to get you thinking about something else and mess up on something. They know exactly what to say. They know exactly what to do. And when you really dissect that makes me feel a little uncomfortable. I'm not even about to lie. It makes me feel uncomfortable because imagine somebody controlling me. Imagine somebody that when they come in, I got to be cautious of them because they know exactly how to move me or maneuver me or manipulate me. Absolutely not. And I will say this, and I will say this wholeheartedly. But if you do not learn to control your reactions, they will use your reaction to control you. Okay? And that includes your body language. A lot of times we think that because we ain't said anything, that we didn't let them know that we ain't bothered by that. Your body already told you. And one thing about me, and this is something I had to work on, is the fact that my body language, like it'll say it on my face before I actually say it, that I'm upset about something, that I'm bothered by something. Now with that, as we transition into the next one, I really want to just say this one though. I'm not saying to become a robot. I'm not saying that your emotions, to ignore those. Use your emotions to propel you towards the next step. You know what I mean? If something angered you, use that anger to push you into the next step. Don't let it run rampant and have you saying some shit. You know what I mean? But use that power, use that energy, you know what I mean? To push you into the direction that you need to go. Number 2, who you allow in your life is up to you. And I don't know who need to hear that, but who you allow in your life is solely up to you. I ain't even about to lie to you. You know what I mean? You find yourself always in some drama. You in a toxic relationship. It's always some bullshit, somebody coming to you. You don't realize you opened that door to allow these people. You know what I mean? You don't realize it now, but you over time have been allowing them and letting them know that they have permission to drop this bullshit in your life, to bring this negativity in there, to talk to you a certain way, to treat you a certain way. You around people that ain't got no drive, no aspirations. You allowed them to come over and fucking pretty much squat in your life. And I cannot stress that enough. Who you allow in there, you know what I mean? Who you allow in there is up to you. If you want to surround yourself around people that are successful, then you need to go to places where these people will be. If you want people in your life that have drive and ambition, then you need to have drive and ambition. And I promise you, you will attract these people. So to be honest with you, the people in your life are almost a reflection of who you are. You know what I mean? If you got some shitty people in your life, take a step back. Do you allow shitty things in your life? Are you a shitty person? Because birds of a feather do flock together, you know? And I'm well aware that family, you see what I'm saying? You may act grown up around them, but you ain't got to stay in contact with them. People at your job, you can't control that they show up to your job, but you can control the amount of time. People at your job, you can't control how these people are at your job, but you can control the amount of time that you spend with them. You know what I mean? See, the thing that a lot of people got to understand is when I say you allow somebody in your life, keep everything surface fucking level. The moment that it starts to transcend to a deeper level, that's when these people have access to your life. You ain't never heard me say that some of these people everybody ain't your friend. And I say that again. You ain't never heard me say that everybody ain't your friend. That's why we got acquaintances. That's why we got co-workers. That's why we got cohorts. That's why we got comrades. That's why we just got people that we know. Everybody in your life is not your fucking friend. Everybody in your life don't deserve your access. Everybody in this world does not deserve to be in your life. And I cannot stress that enough. So if you ain't liking how your life is going, take a step around and ask yourself, who have you allowed in it? Who has access to it? And the moment that you realize that, I need you to go ahead, take a step back, raise the price up. All right? Raise the price up and then go ahead and get these people up out of there. The next one is your success. And I know this may sound cliche, but you do control your success. I'm not even about to sit here and try to lie to you or fake the funk, but you do control your success. All right, it's 24 hours in a day. So you telling me right now that you can't meet your goals and aspirations, that's a fucking lie. And you know it. You know it. And I'm pretty sure you encountered somebody that said that they wish that they could have did this. If they had this. Damn, I wish it'd be, damn, it must be nice. Bro, like, come on now. You know and I know both that you are the reason why you're not successful. You know that. It's 24 hours in a day. You done slept to midday. Now you about to sit on your ass, watch TV, eat, then go to bed. You control that. Ain't no such thing as fucking luck. I'm going to just be completely honest with you. Success is a byproduct of what happens when hard work and opportunity meet. That's really it. You want to meet your goals, you need to work towards your goals. You want to make a change within your life, then you got to do the steps necessary to make a change within your life. You want to be a better version of yourself, then you got to get up off your ass and actually do those things. Ain't none of this shit gonna fall in your lap. I'm gonna just be completely honest with you. Nothing falls in your lap. All the success that I have achieved, it ain't no luck. Ain't never been a moment where somebody came in and said, Dig Pen, wow, man, you really got lucky on this one. Absolutely not. I came in early. I stayed late. I did things that I fucking hated because I knew that it was going to take me to the next level. I knew that. So when I finally got the success that I deserved, then there was nothing that nobody could say. You know what I mean? So I can't stress this enough. Success is up to you. And success is very subjective. And I will say that before I transition. But success really is up to you. All right. And what I mean by that is what you vision as success is solely up to you. If you want a life where you're carefree, you don't have to be stressed out about other people's bullshit or others' bullshit, then you chase after that. You know what I mean? You want to take your podcast to the next level, Demetrius, then you need to be fucking consistent. You need to put out episodes. You need to make content. You need to do the things that will create a successful podcast. And I don't know who need to hear this, but if you truly want the success that you imagine, then you need to do the steps that will get you to there. You know what I mean? If you want the thing that you imagine, then you need to do the necessary steps that will get you there. You need to start acting like the person that is in your head right now. You know? You want something that's successful. You want to have a nice body. Then you need to start eating right. All right. You need to ask yourself, somebody that is in shape, how do they fucking move? How do they act? You want a healthy relationship. You need to ask yourself, how does somebody that's in a healthy relationship act? And when you start acting like that, you start walking towards the steps, and it'll be a lot easier for you to stay consistent. And it will also be a lot easier for you to be disciplined. Now, the next one is your health. All right. And I kind of alluded to this in the earlier one, but your health is actually in your control. But you being out of shape, that's up to you. You being dumb as a box of rocks, that's up to you. You know what I mean? You not being at peace, that's up to you. Your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, these things are up to you. All right. And as simple as it sounds, it is kind of actually simple. All right. What you put in your body is going to be what's fueling your body. All right. And I'll say that again. What you put in there will act as fuel. All right. So if you eat like shit, don't get mad at the product that you see. You know what I mean? You want to lose those love handles? You want to lose that fucking dad bod when you 21 years old with no kids? Then you need to change the way that you eat. You also need to exercise. You want to start enlightening yourself. You want to fix your vocabulary. Let me rephrase that. You want to expand your vocabulary. Then you need to pick up a fucking book. All right. I hate to break that to you, but you need to pick up a book. You want to create a deeper, meaningful mindset. Then you need to start journaling. All right. I cannot stress this enough. Your diet is up to you. Your health is up to you. A lot of people get upset talking about, oh, well, this just runs in my family. No, it doesn't. The reality is that nobody runs in your family. And lastly, how you talk to yourself is solely up to you. And I'll say that again. But how you talk to yourself, that self-talk, that's up to you. All right. To be honest with you, self-improvement, self-talk. All right. These things are you. Okay. And when I say that, man, like it's almost like I'm insulting everyone around me because the first word in it is self. So when things don't go your way, you got to take a step back and realize because you're about to send some negative thoughts towards you. And those negative thoughts are going to determine your actions. You think that you suck. Guess what you about to start doing? Fucking sucking. All right. You think that you're worthless. Then guess how you're going to act? Worthless. You think that you're undeserving. Then guess what you're going to start acting like? Undeserving. I don't know who needs to hear this, but your self-talk is up to you. And this is something that I constantly work on a regular basis with myself. I sit back and when something doesn't go my way or I mess up on something, the first thing that I'm going to say is, Demetrius, it's okay. All right. Lock the fuck in. Get your shit together. All right. That's exactly it. Ain't nothing else. I don't tell myself that I sucked. I don't do that no more. You know what I mean? I don't tell myself that I can't do this. I don't tell myself that I'm worthless. I don't tell myself that I'm undeserving. The reason why is because how I talk to myself is how everybody's going to talk to me. How I treat myself, that's how everyone else is going to treat me. I'm a reflection to how everyone is going to treat me. So if I want people to treat me better, then the first person that I have to do is treat myself better. You know what I mean? That I can't stress that enough, man. And if you could take away anything, you know what I mean? If you could take anything away from this entire episode, the one thing I want you to take away from is talk to yourself like you got some sense. And I feel like I say this every other episode or every other video, but it really resonates deeply within me. But talk to yourself like you got some sense. All right? Stop telling yourself that you're worthless. Stop telling yourself that you're unworthy. Stop telling yourself that you don't deserve things. You really do. You really do. And the moment that you start treating yourself like you got some sense, let me rephrase that. The moment that you start treating yourself better, I promise you everybody around you will start treating you better. I promise you that. But you got to do it first. So with that being said, as we come to a close of this episode, those were just my 5 steps or my 5 things that I control within my life. I hope that they can be applied into yours. If they don't, or if you have things that you could add to this, please do not hesitate to reach out to me on Instagram or on TikTok and send me a message on these episodes, because the more that we know, the more that we can grow. Oh my God, that sounded so fucking reading rainbow. God, ugh. And just like that, another extraordinary thought left this ordinary mind. I hope you enjoyed this episode half as much as I enjoyed making it. Don't forget to head on over to your favorite streaming platform, whether that's Apple Podcasts or Spotify Podcasts, and leave this podcast an honest review, because this podcast deserves to grow just as much as we do. Also, don't forget to head on over to TikTok or Instagram and follow me at Meech Speaks. That's right, Meech Speaks. Meech is spelled Meech. Stay motivated, stay healthy. I'm out.